Now, a movie that everybody's been looking forward to and wondering if it was ever actually going to happen was the anime kind of classic Akira.
Which is 31 years old. The movie is 31 years old.
The original animated film is 31 years old. But Rob, we got some news today about Akira. It sounds like it's happening. What's going on?
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio's company, Appian Way, got an $18.5 million tax credit in the state of California. Now, what that means is the state of California will give them $18.5 million in a tax rebate to film Akira in California. And if they've got this tax rebate, it means it's going to happen this year, which I find astonishing.
Here's the funny thing. They've tried for a long time to get this Akira thing going.
Oh, forever.
But with the, let's call it failure of Ghost in the Shell, of the, I don't want to say Akira's, because it looks like Akira could be getting really, not Akira, Alita Battle Angel is getting real close to breaking even. But
right.
Underperformed what they thought they might get from that. What was the other kind of anime transition movie they did that didn't have good results? I can't remember now off the life of me. I mean, the Dragon Ball Z live action movie. The
Super Broly.
Well, the Super Broly was quite successful, but then they did that one.
Oh, right, yeah, the live, yeah.
That live action thing didn't work. They tried doing the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Right.
So I started to think that it might be a while before they get around to doing Akira. I mean, look, with all this stuff here, they might have a hard time convincing the studio heads to move ahead and do an Akira movie when anime on the big screen has not been having great success.
No.
Were you still expecting they would do it this fast, or what
no,
do you think?
I think it's interesting. Akira is a really difficult. First of all, it's based on a really sprawling manga. It's a huge 6-volume manga, and it's huge. I mean, it's a big story. The movie is a distillation of that story, but it's a much bigger story than that. And I don't know if it's going to translate to American live action. I don't know, because the story deals with a lot of metaphysical elements. I mean, on its surface, yeah, it's about mutant kids and motorcycle gangs and the end of the world, but it gets really weird at the end. And I don't know if they're going to be able to translate it properly. There's a reason why they haven't been able to lick it up to this point. I would like to see it because I love the original film and I love the manga, but I don't know, man. It's a tough. What they're going to try and do is Keanu Reeves was going to play Kaneda at one point. And the kids
that's going back a while.
I know. The kids in Akira are high school students. They're delinquents. They're drug-taking, delinquent motorcycle gang members.
So like Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, yeah. It is. It's kind of like it has a multi-ethnic Fast and the Furious angle they'll make. I don't know. I just want to see a live-action version of Kaneda's motorcycle that I've had on your show.
That's right. I remember doing that. Well, I mean, that was the Weekly Hero.
Well, yeah. So it was our show, I guess.
Here's the intriguing part. There was some talk for a while that they were going to hybridize it from being just an Asian thing to possibly being in an American city or some kind of new San Francisco or new Tokyo or something like that. Do you think they'll still go that, or do you think they'll go just completely? Because honestly, you go full Asian cast on this. You might, let me see here. One of the objections used to be that you might have trouble getting a lot of people out if it's, hey, none of the actors that I know or anything like that. But Crazy Rich Asians just came out.
Yeah.
And it did pretty well for a little romantic comedy. What approach do you think they're going to take?
Well,
because they're going to shoot it in California. That's why California gave the tax. So they ain't shooting it in Japan.
I mean, I can see, L.A. with its sprawling L.A. at night. The Michael Mann Los Angeles from Heat could be a great setting for Akira. And it doesn't have to take place in Neo Tokyo like the movie does, but I maybe it'll take place in L.A. But and really, if you think about it, it's not as whimsical as other Asian animated properties like Princess Mononoke or Howl's, especially like Howl's Moving Castle, which has a whimsy to it. You could Americanize the story, but it still gets in these weird metaphysical areas. So as long as they sort of keep that, because the ending is pretty mind-blowing, what happens. And I want to see that on the big screen in live action. But that involves pretty much the entire destruction of Los Angeles, which would be worth seeing.
Which they've done in many movies.
Yes.
Los Angeles gets blown up a lot. Okay, so guys, what do you think? It looks like everything's moving ahead. The tax credits have been given, $18.1 million in tax credits. It's the biggest tax credit given to any film this year.
Yep.
Leonardo DiCaprio's production company is overseeing it. It looks like Akira is going to be moving. We don't have a lot of details right now, but I'm sure we'll find out more a little bit later.
And the tax credit means the budget's over $100 million.
Yes. Yeah, so but which we expected.
Yeah.
We kind of expect. I don't know how to do that for less.